Hello, everybody. How you guys doing? Good. I'm glad to be back here in Lisbon. First time last year, and first time we presented last year was fantastic. Been a part of Alan's group. He does a great thing for the industry. He's like the evangelist for telecom application developers, and really give him a hand. He's awesome. Yeah. Seriously, I don't know a guy is like this guy is passionate about what we do as Alan Quayle. I mean, don't get on the wrong side of Alan though. So Alan asked me to come up and talk a little bit about what we've learned since we announced last year when we it was really relatively new. I started with a company. I've been an entrepreneur for many years and ended up running a company called VoIP Innovations, which was a well-known company in North America that predominantly sold phone numbers. And we have an amazing TN orchestration platform, 2,000 channel partners that serve roughly 200,000 SMBs and enterprises. When we acquired our friends from Paris, France, Apidaze, Louis and Philip, gave us a lot of different types of capabilities like programmable telco. So it gave us the ability to make these numbers smart effectively. So I don't know if can I switch it right here?
Yep.
So what I'm here to say is I think, and this is my friend Mark Castleman, wherever he is in the room, we think, and I think this is really true, voice is actually becoming cool again. Chris Farley was kind of cool. But he made me laugh all the time. I loved him. But I want to show a couple things that I think where we're seeing, where we're talking to machines, conversations are becoming really interesting. And show a couple examples of contextual experience that's coming. I don't know if you guys use the iOS beta, which is coming out with some really interesting things around contextual experience. So if you want to hit, I'll hit the next one. Oops, too far. So, old. Communication is the language of business and should be managed. Conversation, the new. Conversation is the enabler of business and should be accelerated. In the past, nowadays, it's not about completing a call or sending a message. What is a conversation? Anybody want to offer that up? Oh, Converse. Go ahead, James. Or Bodie. Bubbly. Sorry, Dean. James Dean. Yeah, good.
Conversation is ongoing sequence of communications events that tie into a regular relationship.
Very good. And can be between parties, humans, machines to machines, person to person. Person to himself. And I talk to myself all the time. It's kind of scary.
Trust in there as well.
Trust, right. Contextual experience when you send an SMS. I can send an SMS to my beautiful wife that I brought here today. First time in Lisbon, Bronwyn. I've gotten in trouble sending text before because she takes it out of context, right? So that's the invention of the beautiful emojis. And emojis can be very interesting now because now you can use facial recognition that can really prove a point in your emotion. So contextual aspects of things that really needs to be accelerated in communication to create understanding. We all want to be understood. And I think, how many times and how many channels have we been in that, do we think Slack's the best communication tool ever? No. It's basically the ability to create understanding, to accelerate business. Accelerate with the ability to communicate between each other as well as with businesses and businesses to their customers. I don't know if you want to show this, Evan, but
Yeah, I can show it real quick.
So this is a quick thing I do for my wife. I don't know, are you doing that one? Okay.
Yeah, it's the one.
So I just had LASIK surgery. So my eyes are still all dry as a week ago. but I can see. I don't have to wear glasses, which I'm really happy about. But this is right after LASIK surgery. I was still on two Valium. So go ahead.
Let's see if we got audio.
Oh, no audio. Oh, well.
Oh, hang on.
So I don't know if you guys have you seen this in the new iOS?
Yeah, so
It's pretty amazing. Well, we're not getting audio.
No audio.
Try it one more time. See, I used to have this emoji with glasses.
Lordy me, I can see. I'm so happy. But it's a little fuzzy, but no burning sensation, nope. And I was wondering where my nurse was. Anyway, give me a call. Bye. I'm gonna go see.
Well, we wanted to go see Bohemian Rhapsody that night, and I could actually see without glasses.
Lordy me.
That's Dave.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you. Oops. All right. Oh, wrong one.
There's it
So, when Alan asked me, lessons learned, I've learned a lot this year. Things don't happen as fast as you like it to, especially in software development. Every time they tell you 3-4 months, 6, 7, 8, 9 months, 10. But what we do know, and what I've worked on, bounced around with Mark Castleman and a couple other people this year, was really, identifying where the market and where, we are as humans are going, businesses, and velocity is the new world order. Turbulence is standard. Nothing is safe. Velocity is vectored and nonlinear. To react is to be too slow, and some visibility. Results are measured immediately, and laggards are cut. Brute force intelligence via AI. AI is the disruptor and decides orchestration is the new OS. Business functions are now the new API. It's not about the API, it's about the business functions that are on top of the API. So, as we see the decomposite APIs and these assembly of solutions that create point solutions, things were monolithic in the past. Are moving more deconstructed and creating point solutions that can rapidly be onboarded, and they might be successful, but they might not. But the fact is that we have found with all the different resellers that we have. Some specialize in banking, some specialize in the medical field. They're all quite different. They have different regulatory requirements. There's different types of applications that are created that have a contextual voice or communication experience that are layered on top of our APIs and integrated with whether it's message, whether it's a voice call, video chat, within that unique vertical that's designed specifically for a particular point solution. That could be just call recording into a SaaS application for an auto dealership. So, in the past where we had this monolithic architecture where you bought everything at once, now everything's assembled in point solutions. And we're going to see a lot more of that. So where is it all going? I'm kind of been going down that path right now. Conversation, innovations, functions, and point solutions. In the past, again, monolithic systems, software, platforms, APIs. We're about right here. Where we're starting to see is these point solutions, assembly of services that Alan liked to talk about, especially last year. Love the fact that we did a TADHack with blockchain, tying in different types of use cases where you can protect a document, know when a document's been read via SMS, which is very interesting. And that's that's an exciting technology. I mean, blockchain is the great equalizer. So, yeah, lost my train of thought there. Whoops. So again, I want to monolithic, deconstructed, discrete aggregation, service orchestration. this is how we've set up our company to really facilitate the ability to onboard third-party services, not just only offer programmable telco, where I think it was really provided, Alan really, you mentioned this, people really think CPaaS, that's been around for a long time, communications platform as a service, right? Gartner and the analysts and everybody else have kind of put everybody, the Twilios and Plevos and everybody in this one bucket, where they call it CPaaS, which is not really the case. There's a lot of communication platforms as a service out there that aren't programmable telco, and I appreciate you kind of making that point. But we need to come up with a new name. We've been kicking some things around, like for what we're in, because we've got emerging. That's later, okay. I'm jumping ahead. So really, we're not, and it's not just about the programmable aspect of it. It's about taking those point solutions, giving the market and those third-party services the ability to monetize their platform, monetize their product within a channel, which we have, and it's growing, and it's growing internationally. We've been North American focused primarily, but growing internationally. So, let's see here. So, again, with the theme, the market's shifting from, right here, we got a sliver here of, CPaaS, but where you see the real value is going from this monolithic aspect things over here where you have UCaaS fully bundled service offerings into assembly of services that handle a particular type of pain point for a business or even a consumer. Oops. So really where we have focused this last year, and I think we've done a hell of a great job doing it, and ready to position very well for the future. And in 2019, what we've really embedded this year was advanced APIs via the Apidaze platform. We do have a global reach. We're expanding internationally. That's why we're coming to these events. We've had some really good wins recently in Europe, especially in the Netherlands, and hoping to grow that all over Europe and into Asia. I mentioned roughly 200,000 enterprises and SMBs are off our network. It's all, it's value driven, pay as you use, global, global TN footprint that, provides voice, text messaging, et cetera. And then the showroom of assembled services that we're going to demo here in a minute, right now, I guess. So can you do it, Evin?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Alan's ready.
All right, let's do it. Oh, last thing.
Yeah, I can talk through that, Dave.
Yeah, go for it.
So before we jump into what the showroom is, I think one of the key slides that Dave talked through was, the composite experience, right? So where we're at with programmable telecoms is, exposing capabilities via APIs so that, enterprises, developers, whoever can build customized solutions, which we heard is a requirement these days earlier. So people need the customized solutions. They need the ability to create those customized solutions, but what end customers are really looking for are the solutions. They don't care about APIs. So really, we take that composite point that Dave made about APIs and apply that to communications, to conversations. Our conversation is a composite experience of all the different technologies under the hood that we're bringing together. So I'd like to jump in real quick and show you what we've done. We always hate saying, calling them demos, because demos are definitely not, they never go well in an environment like this, but we're gonna do this real quick. So the showroom, we're calling it the showroom, looks like a marketplace, looks like an app store, a Google Play and Apple App Store, et cetera. But rather than think of it as we're creating a new path for these point solutions that people are building using programmable telecoms to get to the end users. So, Twilio's proven that there's a market for customized solutions by, providing simple to use APIs and scripting interface. That's table stakes now. Everybody has to have programmable telecoms to be relevant. What they also have to have is an ability to deliver the solutions to those end customers and provide an easy mechanism for third parties to come in on board and publish their solutions in an app store-like environment so that the end users can easily browse and subscribe to those. This platform is completely white labelable. You can put on different logos, color schemes. It's all modifiable via the admin interface. So it's super simple to onboard yourself and subscribe. You see a few on here, Hotspot, Voxist, et cetera, in here, and I think in a few minutes, or Lewis's too, but they're in here. What we make it easy is, Voxist is a downloadable mobile app that is an enhanced voicemail, transcription, customized greetings, et cetera, but it's typically directed towards mobile consumers that wanted that capability. By publishing it here, it works with any phone number that is pointed to our platform, be them our own or somebody else's. And now Voxist is exposed to the enterprise and SMB market for mobile sales forces very easily. So one thing I'm going to do real quick is kind of show you what it looks like. This will take just a couple of seconds. I know we're pressed for time, so I'm just going to grab a phone number here. We don't have any in Alabaster, Alabama.
Where's that?
I don't know. I've never been there. All right, here's a number. Let me grab that real quick. So I just grabbed that number. I'm going to copy and paste it because I think this is key to show what's happening. So right now there's no number. What happens is when a number or a call comes into that number that I just ordered and provisioned, we turn a simple XML script. So not only is a showroom a marketplace or a way to subscribe to these point solutions from the end customers, but it's also a CPaaS application itself. It's built on programmable telecom. So this new number that I just got, I haven't purchased it yet, so there's the hang up. I'm going to go ahead and save that. Actually, I'm just going to grab this one instead of waiting for this to provision since we're limited on time. But that number that I just grabbed is already activated on Voxist. So now what happens is we return XML that actually rings Voxist first. You can see in the XML if you're familiar with it. We're going to try the Voxist. We're going to try to ring an external number first, which is right here. And then if they don't answer after a timeout that the end user sets when they subscribe, then we send it over to Voxist. So we're allowing integration of an existing technology in with these third-party apps and services. So if the customer has an on-site IPBX or a hosted seat on BroadSoft, that can happen first before Voxist is invoked. So we're allowing people to keep what they have, but also use all these enhanced third-party applications and so forth. And I think one of the key points is in the subscription. Oh, yes, I'm here. I'm going to show you what happens here is if I go into apps, I can publish an app as a developer, like I go into Twilio, create one, go into Plevo, Apidaze, whatever. That's where I'm at, Apidaze, obviously. I created a widget for call app. API key and secret, just like you would. I'm gonna go ahead and edit that and show you. So I can actually define a static XML script or specify a webhook URL where the call is gonna be placed, just like you would expect in programmable telecoms. But then there's a new capability here called publish. This is where I'm gonna publish it to the App Store. So real quick, as the business guy that's publishing this to be exposed, I can select categories so that it's exposed in the right vertical, add keywords, tags, etc. Go next. I can modify my script if I actually have a static XML script, otherwise leave that alone if a webhook's configured. Script variables. I can add actual variables that are required when the person registers for this, like a ring timeout, for example, for Voxist, because something needs to happen before Voxist voicemail picks it up. I can add other things that need to be put in, like a mobile number. So, like if you were to go to Zapier and onboard your app for integrations, you're onboarding your service here into the marketplace and working with existing numbers. So if your app or service that you want to publish to this has external registration or an API, and we need to notify Voxist that a user signs up, Carol can come in here and define what his API endpoint is and what the variables are that need to be posted or sent as a GET request to his API to register that user, or we take care of all that ourselves if there's no registration required. You can add instruction how to use it. So Vox or Carol put in here, download our mobile app at such and such location on the App Store. Actually expecting that now, so I will see. And then they have the ability to set pricing. So publish pricing into the marketplace, the showroom. This is what shows up in there when a subscriber comes in and browses. Can select whether it's voice or SMS messaging. You see the box is gray out if it's per message or it's irrelevant to that service. The cool thing about this is you think about how the consumers or how the SMBs are subscribing to these point solutions today. Is they're going to the web, they're going to dialpad.com, they're going to hotspot.com, they're going to the specific sources. So it's all required on these services to do all the marketing and so forth for their SaaS application. As Dave mentioned, we've got 200,000 SMBs hanging off of our network already. Instant channel, so we solve the problem of the two-sided marketplace of, if you build it, well, we already have them, they're there. So what you find out is now, first of all, we're participating in the revenue chain as well as the ITSPs, the MSPs, the carriers who would be offering these types of services through their network to their subscribers. So, that's key, because if you think about it, SMBs are looking to their MSPs or their trusted carrier partner as the trusted source for applications and services. If they go to Twilio to build something because they need customization, it's because they don't know their carrier can do it. KPN's a good example of that. Look at what they're doing with KPN and the API marketplace. Okay, why would we need APIs offered via KPN that customers can go to the web and get? Well, you see it actually happening today is their customers are moving over to KPN because that's their trusted partner. So the same thing in the ITSP, MSP world. People trust them. They're going to go to them if those. Well, and they're also looking for more services to sell, the MSPs. So if you give them the ability to white label point solution marketplace to their end customers, they have more things to sell. It's revenue for everybody, which is what we're all here for.
Exactly. Keeps them relevant, too. Keeps us relevant.
We'll be over here if you guys have any questions or want to see more into this. We'd love to talk. We definitely can use UCaaS partners, any type of really app or service related to comms or conversations. We would love to talk to you about listing you in here.
Absolutely. Thanks, Evin.
Yep.
Excellent.
Awesome.
I'm going to have to cut you there because of time. So
All right.
thank you so much, guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.